Hello, welcome. My name is Kayla, and this is my cozy chaotic corner of the internet. This week's video is an homage to the first 6 months of creating videos on YouTube. In 2023, I started posting weekly vlogs, and I wanted to bring back weekly vlogs. I actually really enjoy making weekly vlogs. With that noted, I do know this has kind of become a book oriented channel, which is fine. I love books. I love that for me. But I do want to inject a little bit more of what my life is. So we'll probably talk about books. I'm actually working on a huge project right now that involves reading a lot, a lot. Anyways, sorry, squirrel. I did want this video, this vlog, this slice of life moment to have some sort of theme to it. This week's theme is working from home in your 30s. Being a 30-year-old working from home. I don't know, we're still workshopping it, but that's the general theme. If you don't know, I just make YouTube videos on the side for fun and shits and giggles, and I have a full-time job. However, my full-time job is remote and allows me to work from home, so I thought it could be fun to do a little work from home video. We'll still shoot the shit about other random stuff throughout the week, but I don't know, just kind of highlighting my routine as someone who works from home. Obviously, as someone who works from home, I'm home 24/7 pretty much. So I found that I've become very lackadaisical when it comes to anything. I just kind of wake up, work, and exist. There is no real routine in my life. So I'm really trying to create better habits by creating a routine for myself. Actually, this week, a lot of new habits are shifting or adjusting. I ordered a walking pad. That's supposed to be coming later this week. I am starting a food service. We're trying out Factor, not sponsored. I'm just trying them out to see if I like them. It is a little on the expensive side. I feel like I could find a cheaper option. I used to be really good at meal prepping. My diet was pretty good, but I have a very sedentary lifestyle at the moment. So I'm trying to not be so sedentary. And I'm also trying to make healthy habits in my diet as well, because my diet is lacking. I would say I don't really have a diet. I just kind of eat. I'm a snacker, and I know I need to change that. So we are going to be working from home this week, like I do every week, but also we're going to be injecting some healthy habits into the routine and creating more of a routine. But yeah, today it's currently almost 2:00. I spent the past 3 hours or so filming videos. I may make some assets today, but I'm not going to edit any videos. Yep, that's the plan. So with that, oh, the Super Bowl's today. I know I mentioned that, but I'm also going to be making a very basic, I'd say a charcuterie board, but realistically it's just cheese and crackers and slices of ham. So yeah, should be a good day. Okay, y'all, we're gonna do a little bit of cleaning. I'll show you why I need to do some cleaning. I am notorious for having piles everywhere. Pile. Just piles everywhere. So I really need to figure out some sort of storage organization situation, or just get rid of stuff. That might also insert time lapse here, okay? Here's my problem when it comes to tidying up. I always get sidetracked with random quests. Do I need to wipe down my desk right now? No. Am I going to anyways? Yes. Also, I want to do something with my bookshelves. I don't know if that's going to be a task for later this week or if that's going to be a task for spring cleaning. My bottom row of shelves is kind of just like a hodgepodge collection of storage slash random books. Yeah. Also, IKEA bookshelves have, for the Billy cases specifically, which I own, they have like extension so you can like extend them higher. I kind of want to do that too. Anyways, guess we're gonna wipe down my desk.
There you go.
Look at this tomfoolery. Twink. Who was he even throwing that to?
Cooper DeJarn, clearly.
Clearly. Forgot who his team was. I don't know what my hair is doing. Okay, y'all, speaking of having 1,000,001 projects that I want to do, look at this cutesy blanket. I saw this one girl have like the cutest like little rainbow blanket, but this would be so cute as like little rainbow arches. And then you can just have, I mean, obviously the tasseling is just the strands of the yarn. That would be so cute to have these be like little fluffy white pom-poms. How cute would that be? Again, like I don't have 1,000,001 crochet projects that I want to work on. Okay, y'all, I just got off of work. I have a video I want to record, but also like this video idea in my head I want it to be like a cute little sleepover / movie reaction. But with that, I wanted to have like, you know, pop and pizza and movie snacks and stuff like that. And all I have currently is wine, popcorn. I have popcorn, but I don't have like all the other fun stuff. But I got a package from Pango. I am in the process of collecting a series that I read when I was in my teenage years, but I've never owned the series because at the time I was checking the books out from the library. But I specifically wanted paperback editions. Don't ask me why, I just did. I got, the series is Twilight, okay? I wanted the Twilight series in paperback. And let me tell you, of all the books to find in a paperback edition, Breaking Dawn was like impossible to find. Even people who were selling paperbacks of Twilight through Eclipse, they had Breaking Dawn in hardcover. And I'm just like, oh my God. These definitely have more wear and tear than the New Moon and Twilight ones I was able to source, which is kind of crazy because the New Moon and Twilight ones I was able to get my hands on, first edition paperbacks, and they're like practically brand new condition. No, this is a first edition. That's so wild that this is a first paperback edition. Also, this is a thick book. Am I sure I actually read this one? And this one I can almost guarantee it's not a first edition though, because it has the Target 20% off sticker on it. Yeah, this isn't a first edition, which is fine. Like for hardcovers, if I had bought these in hardcovers, I would want the first editions, but because they're in paperbacks, I'm not like concerned that they're not in first editions. But yeah, now I have the entire series. I'm actually really excited because again, I've never owned the Twilight series. I read this entire series through my library, so actually like owning them, I love it. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between the pages alone. These are so yellow compared to these ones. I'm so excited. Who doesn't love book mail? And also guys, I've been like doing really well on not buying books this year. Actually, I should do like a little haul maybe later this week. Maybe like a mini book haul, I don't know. Y'all, I'm conflicted about like book haul videos because all the book haul videos I've done in the past have done really well. I also hate kind of like the fact that I feel like I see so many people creating book haul videos and I feel like there's this weird pressure around like buying 1,000,001 books. And don't get me wrong, I definitely like fell into the spiral of not buying books necessarily to create videos or make book haul videos, but just buying a bunch of books that I was like, oh my God, I have to buy this book, I have to buy that book. And every time I'd go to the bookstore, I'd always go to the bookstore with like a list of books that I was keeping my eyeballs out for. And I really want to get in the habit this year of like, if I'm going to the bookstore, I'm just going to the bookstore to browse. Like I'm not going there with an agenda. I'm not going there with like certain books I want to buy, because I feel like every time I go with an agenda or like a list of books I want to buy, I always kind of like leave feeling dejected, because I personally love shopping at independent bookstores, and while they usually have like a wide variety of options to choose from, they usually have like a handful of each of those books in stock. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I am very excited for this project, and I'm like so excited that I finally own all of them. Yeah, that's my update. I'm still honestly debating. I really want to have like this video, me watching / reacting to It Ends With Us, be like a cute little sleepover situation. And I don't want to go anywhere tonight. That's my thing, is I could easily run to Target for like 5 seconds and pick stuff up, but I don't know. Part of me also would just rather order it online.
Good morning. I have no idea what I look like right now because I literally just woke up and now I'm drinking a nice cold glass of water. Drinking water right off the rip in the morning is something I typically don't do. But I feel like I need to. Like, this is so nice and refreshing. have a shipment. This is heavier than I was expecting. I think I mentioned earlier this week that I want to try out a food delivery service. So I'm giving Factor a whirl. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna stick with Factor just because the price point is a little pricey. I might like bop around and try a different one after this, because literally, isn't this how it always happens? The second you buy something, you get an ad for something else. So I've been getting ads for another company lately, and I think I might try the other company. We'll see. We'll see if I even like Factor. One complaint I do have, so you can't like choose the breakfast option. Like the breakfast options are an a la carte. I wish you could just select breakfast items with like your main bulk. Oh, that looks yummy. Maybe I'll have that later today. I'm not a big spicy person, but I still wanted to try some of their spicy options because it's like, okay, is this spicy as in it's spicy, or is it spicy and it has like just a little bit of flair? Anyways, yeah, so I'm very excited to try this out, and I have another package arriving today for a walking pad. Ah!
There's no space in here.
Freezer was there.
I don't think it's all gonna fit.
Reminiscent of like an early 2000s book.
Okay, so I know this isn't a very common thing for people who create content. I acknowledge time and time again, I find my vanity comes out in full force when it comes to anything I post online, because I love watching my own videos. First and foremost, I like the sound of my own voice, which may be very strange to some people, but I like the sound of my own voice. I think most people would be surprised to know that if I'm in a group setting, I'm usually the quietest person in that group setting. Also, I just have to get comfortable around people. Like, your first time meeting me, I'm probably going to be, like, super reserved. It's not until I get to know a group of people, or even at least one person, before I actually open up. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. One of the reasons I also enjoy watching, especially, like, some of my older videos, is to get inspired. Because, I mean, like, of course I'm going to be my own inspiration. But also, like, learning where I messed up, and also how far I've come in my video editing. I actually really love a lot of my old vlogs. Something about my vlogs, I just like really enjoyed them. It's more like my sit down videos where I'm like, ooh, I'm more critical about my sit down videos. But anyways, that's all I got. I think I'm gonna have lunch soon, so we'll see what Factor meal I choose. Also, by the way, y'all, like, totally have no affiliation with Factor. I have just seen them floating around the interwebs, and I figured I would give them a whirl.
So them were our two maker. So, Magnolia Parks. That's my rating scale.
This particular Factor meal is a queso. I put chips on it. It doesn't come with chips, but it's just like a queso with a rice side. And so this doesn't feel like a meal, but whatever. I'm enjoying it. My big complaint, though, is that I was supposed to heat it for 2 minutes. Then I was supposed to peel the film back and like stir it. It was like humanly impossible to peel the film back because it was also still steamy and hot. So like I couldn't get a proper grip on anything. Nothing was opening. So I just kind of like shook it around and called it a day. That's my complaint for this one in particular. Don't know if the rest of them are going to be like that, but this one was like that for sure. That was a lot of work. You put a lot of work, Knuckles. Knuckles. Cheek. Come here. Come here, Bubba. I love you. Yes. Hup. Do you want a treat? Things you want a treat? Come here. Good girl. Go get a treat. Can you get a shake? Good girl. Jinky shake. Good girl. Remember how I had all those piles? Well, I had cleaned up all those piles,
But now I decided that I needed, this is our storage closet. Cute. But I needed medical documents that were literally, I know you guys can't see it, but down here at the very bottom, there's a file box with like all of my old documents. So clearly I had to pull everything out and put everything back. Still have some stuff I have to put away, but I actually have a bin for wires and stuff, so I'm gonna relocate those. No, I'm not gonna lie. Meals like this are when I'm like, I could easily just make this on my own. And I know that the purpose of meal services is more like the convenience factor, unless like I could make this. But I think if I'm gonna order any more pasta options, it's gonna be something a little more complicated than bolognese and broccoli, if you know what I mean. The drama.
Back up a little bit. So he got your sister pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay. Then why didn't she go over? She really was pregnant. She really could have walked up on the front porch. Why didn't your sister do it?
So his wife had found out about her, so we figured that telling his wife about another woman being pregnant would just like really set her off.
Oh, that poor woman though. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right, guys. We have the faked an injury. Fell down.
Hi guys. Sorry, this is an awkward angle because my usual window mount it's too cold, so it's not mounting to the window. So it is Wednesday morning and I needed to move my car because they're cleaning out our parking lots today. I figured since I have to wake up early and move my car anyways, we'll make a little trip to Target. My Target trip got a little ridiculous. I was literally going there for the sole purpose of picking up some candy and snacky treats for movie watching tonight. And then also I need to get a new pillow. And so I did both of those things, but unfortunately for Kayla and my willpower, candles and books were all buy one, get one 50% off, y'all. So clearly I needed to buy some books. And also I wanted to restock on candles. I have a bunch of candles currently, but they're more good for like autumnal winter vibes. I don't know, while there is still snow on the ground, I just want some I wanted something more fresh scented, so I picked up a handful of candles. Now I'm heading home and starting my workday soon. Heading home, making coffee, making breakfast. Also, if you guys have any like good time management, project management tools, ideas, let me know, because I feel like that's what I struggle with the most is time management in particular. Good morning. I've said good morning already, but good morning. Now that I'm actually like settled down into my normal routine, good morning. What is today gonna look like? That's a great question, to be so totally for real with you. One thing I want to talk about. So remember how earlier this week I mentioned that I'm working on like this big reading project. Well, last week I was really doing well on that reading project where I was reading like 1 to 2 books a day last week and just knocking it out of the park. But this week I've started 3 books and I haven't finished a single one. I haven't even made like a dent in any of them. Actually, that's a lie. I may have made a dent in The Birds by Daphne du Maurier, but that's like a short story, technically a novella, like a novella short story situation. So I made a dent in that, but the other 2 books I started, not doing too hot. I'm gonna finish The Birds first and then we'll start You Are Fatally Invited. I have so much stuff I have to do and so little time. Actually, I have all the time in the world. I'm just not prioritizing the projects I have. Anyways, my Colleen Hoover video went up this morning. I haven't checked the stats at all. I got my first ever comment of like, oh, first comment on this video, which I chuckled at. I always find it funny when people try to be like the first person to comment on a video, and I'm like, y'all, not to downplay myself, but my videos usually take a while for them to get comments, so being the first isn't really like ooh, you know. But that was funny and kind of cute, and hey, whatever, engagement, right? So my general thing when it comes to stats is I'll like check my stats for a video probably like 3 to 4 days, like within the first 3 to 4 days after a video is posted, and then after that I don't really pay attention to stats at all. I guess all that to note, I have actually quite a few things I need to work on this week. I'm trying to get ahead of my like schedule. Like I'm trying to record, edit, and upload videos in advance so that I never run into an instance where I have a week that maybe I'm not feeling that great and I'm not able to upload. Like I'm trying to be consistent at least uploading a video once a week. I think in an ideal world, I would love to have a twice a week video, but for now, we're for sure sticking to 1 video a week. Anyways, that's that update. I feel like this has been a very chatty weekly vlog. Y'all, look at this portion size. It's so like, it's so nothing. I don't know. I feel like when I have veg, I want like a larger portion. Anyways, we'll see if it's any good. Not sure how I'm feeling about Factor as of right now. Might skip next week. Wheels. Guys, look at this. Got some wheels there, so I can move this around easily. Yeah, this is center of the belt, but it looks pretty. Allen wrench. What do you need the Allen wrench for? Got your little doodad. At least say you come with a battery. I mean, I have these batteries, but still, it did say batteries required. I've never struggled so much in my life to get a battery out of a freaking container. So it automatically sets it to 30-minute increment. I love the mile counter. Cool. Thoughts, feelings, opinions, just right off the rip. Love the interface. My one complaint is this is a foldable one, so you can store it easier. And you can, if you're in socks, you probably shouldn't be doing this in socks, but you can definitely feel the fold when you're walking on it. I don't know if it'd be the same if I had actual shoes on. I'm very excited to get some use out of this bad boy. And I know my coworker actually recommended this one because they have it. So I know it has at least, you know, some recommendation, and they've had it for at least a month and a half now. So
Yes, fresh powder. Fresh powder for days. Okay, bye. Yeah, look at all that snow, girlies. Look at this giant mound of snow. No, that's not for you. That's not for you. You are never this up in my face if I'm not filming. Yeah. Is it because I let you play in the snow this morning? Yes. Yes. Oh my god, y'all. We got some fresh powder last night. We didn't get a lot, but it was windy afterwards, so it kind of like blew everything. Certain areas are like super deep, and other areas there's like nothing. Any hoozles. So yeah, Thursday and Friday were kind of like weird days for me. Thursday was just, I don't know, that was a low energy day in general. And then Friday, I was pretty much spending my whole day waiting for my doctor's appointment. I don't mind going to the doctors, especially if it's just like routine checkups, like going to the doctor is whatever for me. Same with dentists, like is whatever. It's like when you're going there for a reason, you're a little more strung out. But I did get my walking pad Thursday, so that was exciting. You guys saw that. And this morning I am drinking one of my favorite drinks. I always forget I have it because it's like tucked away in the pantry, but it's this anti-inflammatory cocoa that I made off of a recipe. I didn't just like whip it together and I was like, this is perfection. I did use a recipe. It's so yummy. I think it's yummy. This is definitely like, you hear cocoa and you probably think like sweet. It's not that. It is bitter, but it has like turmeric and I think it has paprika in it. It has cinnamon, ginger, so it has like that spice profile to it that's just like, it's really, especially on like a cold day, it's just like, it warms you from the inside out. So if you like more kind of like, here's my qualifier for you. I love like ginger shots. If I ever get like a smoothie or juice and it has ginger in it, I'm like up the ante with, I need all the ginger. Why are you obsessed with me right now? So if like you like ginger shots, you will like this cocoa, okay? I will acknowledge though, I do make it with sweetened vanilla almond milk, and I do put honey in it. And I mean, honey is just good for you in general, especially if you buy from your local farmers markets or your local markets. Ingesting honey that is from like your region is actually good for allergies. So if you suffer from seasonal allergies, it's good just to consume honey within that region, because then you're like consuming the pollens of the region you're in, because the bees are from your region. So like consuming the stuff that's making you feel like trash to make you stronger against the stuff that's making you feel like trash. In theory, that's what it is, allegedly. This anti-inflammatory cocoa is just so yummy. Like, just anytime I have it, I'm just like, ah. Anyways, this morning, I'm gonna watch one of my YouTube videos and work on my crochet sweater. And then after that video is over and the sun is up, I'm gonna pull out my walking pad and listen to an audiobook. Quite a few books that I have to catch up on. I'm actually really behind in this project I've been working on because I haven't been listening to my audiobooks. So I'm currently finishing up You Are Fatally Invited. And then I think next, I don't know what I'm gonna start next. Maybe Persuasion. The girls took over the couch, so I can't comfortably work on my crochet project. I like being spread out, and they said, not today, Mom, not today. We want to watch the girlies with you. These are the girlies, by the way.
Yeah, but also she typically doesn't acknowledge. Okay, y'all, we are heading to get some food. I'm also debating on swinging by Hobby Lobby to pick up some yarn for a completely different project. I think I'm gonna hold off on that until I'm done with the current project I'm working on. I have like 3 projects in the works right now. Well, actually, I have one I'm actively working on. I have one that I have everything for, I just need to start it. And then I have a project that I like know I want to start and I know exactly what it's gonna be. I just need to get the stuff for it. And so that's why I'm thinking I want to go get the yarn for right now, but I'm also thinking I should at least finish one of the projects I currently have on hand before I go buy that yarn. So yeah, I think I just made up my mind that I'm not gonna go and get yarn today. And I'm just gonna go get some food for Chris and I. And then also I think I'm gonna swing by Crumble and pick up some cookies because their Valentine's lineup, while it's not like the most unique and different, they have a chocolate covered strawberry one, and then they have a molten lava one, and I want to try those. Hello everyone. I realized I didn't make an outro for this video, and in the past sometimes I'll like just have it fade to black and call it a day. However, I feel like there was a lot of cliffhangers in this vlog, and since I don't make weekly vlogs, it's not like I can catch you up next week. First thing I want to address is I said I was going to be releasing a reaction video to It Ends With Us. I still plan on doing that. I actually just don't know when now because I filmed it all. It was all filmed. It was all in the can, ready to go, until I went to edit and I realized the audio was all fudged up. The audio was all on one channel. So my external mic was on one channel. The movie audio was on one channel, which wouldn't have been the biggest issue. Like, it would be a little cumbersome to try and edit, but I could manage. However, for some reason, even though I had my external mic selected as my source of audio, my computer's internal mic decided that it also wanted to catch everything that was being said. So there was this lovely echo anytime I was talking. So yeah, everything I had was just completely trash, and I literally couldn't use it. There was no way editing around that. The second thing I want to address, because I'm literally editing right now and I realized Factor, I've decided I'm not going to continue on with Factor. Like, their food is all right, but I get my deliveries on Tuesday, and the Wednesday prior you have to have like all of your selections made for the following week. And so I had edited all of my selections and saved it, but for some reason it auto reverted to the recommendations. And in this upcoming, and it's really annoying because I'm getting this upcoming week's thing and it's pretty much food I don't want. It is sending me food with mushrooms, and I do not like mushrooms at all. There's only one dish for sure that I know has mushrooms, so I could technically pawn it off on Chris, but I'm like, I was just charged just shy of $200 for a bunch of food I don't want. So yeah, I might try another meal service once I get through all these Factor meals, but I'm just, that's that on Factor. This was supposed to be like a work from home vlog. I mean, I can't really show you like what I'm doing in my actual workday. I feel like you guys got little snippets of my workday. My routine was wake up, take the girls out, make some sort of warm beverage, and just kind of chillax a bit before I have to start my workday.
I do want to start implementing, Jesus, words. I do want to start implementing some sort of physical activity in the morning, whether that's, I'm looking into like at-home Pilates. Obviously I have my walking pad now, so I can definitely use that more. I think once it starts getting warmer, the hardest thing in the morning is like finding the motivation to go to the gym because it's so cold. And I'm convinced whoever decided that January 1st is like the ideal time to like kick in your New Year's goals, especially when it comes to fitness, did not live in a region where it is like bone-chillingly cold in the morning and you have no desire to even leave your home, let alone drive to the gym. I do plan on implementing the gym into my life because I actually really miss weight training. It's like literally this morning it was -13, and that's just the temperature. I didn't even look at the what it feels like temperature. This was just a random vlog that happened to take place during my work week. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one.